because dragons weren't cool enough. You were probably already doing this, but for me, I felt it was so inconsistent and I didn't fully understand why. That wasn't until a couple of users in my comments on my intro guide started talking about drifting. This isn't a new concept to anyone who has played a racing game, but I don't know how many of us expected it here. To drift while at a high speed and still holding your accelerator, tap your brake when you start a turn. Keyword being tap. If done correctly, you will lose minimal speed and gain a far wider turn radius than you would have been able to manage normally at that speed. Boosting immediately after will also put you back at top speed in no time. And that's the whole mechanic. It's incredibly simple, but for myself, I was holding the brake far too long and costing myself a huge amount of speed. So in light of how impactful this simple small mechanic can be, let's break down some lesser thought of uses and one of my favorite mechanics I've dubbed Geyser Drifting. Turning left and right is easy. Make sure you practice using it for both up and down as well, because it does work. Remember, going up takes away speed while going down adds to it. This can cause drifting up to feel weird, so keep that in mind. This means you can drift into a dive as well, which is also a great option for quickly changing your elevation. If done right, and especially if you boost after, drifting will cause you to lose most projectiles. If you can manage to drift right against the surface without hitting it, most fireballs cannot track you and will harmlessly hit the wall. Normally, your turn would be limited or you would first have to slow down, risking getting hit by multiple fireballs. Drifting into air tunnels is an amazing way to lose people. Doing this takes a lot of practice and requires you to get that angle just right. But when you do this, most players will either lose speed trying to follow you, miss the entrance, or have to go around the rocks entirely. Considering air tunnels fill your boost and put you at a high speed, all of these options are a win for you, so give it a shot. You can also drift into geysers, and I have dubbed this Geyser Drifting because I am wholly uncreative. This, for me, makes for some of the best air dodges. There are a few ways to go about this. The simplest version has you drift into the geyser, taking it all the way to the top. Now, if your pursuer was following you in at the same angle you entered, but you were drifting, you will both come out up top facing different directions. Since you were probably first, darting away is mega easy because most players have to get their bearings and realize where you went, or slow down to turn and resume chasing you. These small moments are important and the crux of the strength of drifting. Another use of Geyser Drifting is to drift right as you enter the geyser, but drift downwards. What this will do is put you out near the top, but just a little bit lower. You will also be facing downwards, and as we said earlier, you are faster at that angle. I frequently use this when someone pops their poison cloud or I'm hunting someone and need to get a better angle. Doing this is incredibly aggressive, however, and puts you above much of the action, giving you the opportunity to rain hell on your opponents before they realize you're even above them. Most people chasing will also have trouble following because you came out lower than they did, already angled and beginning to fly down. Key note, this does leave you more vulnerable as you will typically be on the offensive during this move. Your butt will be vulnerable, so make sure you understand that before using it like a maniac. And my favorite variant of Geyser Drifting and easily the hardest to pull off. Much like the first one, you will drift right into the geyser, but instead of fully entering it, you will only enter the edge. If you pull this off right, you will come out roughly halfway up facing an entirely different direction. Many geysers are near a pillar or something hard, so often wrapping around one of these structures afterwards will cause you to break line of sight. Combine this with a defensive spell and, much like the air tunnels, you can vanish into thin air. I have no doubt there are many more uses for this move. And man, once you get it, it's so damn fun, I don't even have the words to put down to describe it. Did you enjoy this breakdown? Are you loving Sentry? Let me know in the comments and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching.